everybody, Aaron Zamzo from FireRescueFitness.com saying I am on a mission to help 100,000 firefighters, EMTs, and paramedics get more fit for duty. One of the ways I like to do that is to answer questions on my blog and my website, FireRescueFitness.com. Lately, I've gotten a lot of questions about crew workouts and namely how to involve more than one person or create workouts for fire rescue athletes like yourself and your crew. So today I wanted to cover a quick and easy way to create some workouts that not only will get your crew involved, but will also be a way that you can incorporate fireground-based movements like crawling, sledging, slamming, dragging, pulling, and utilize just general fitness equipment or equipment that you have around the firehouse, like tires and hose lines and foam buckets. So the first thing that you need to do when you think about a workout is you want to always incorporate an active warm-up or active movements to get your internal or core temperature elevated a little bit, to get blood flow to the joints to help you increase mobility and flexibility. So the first step in creating a crew-based workout is to start with 3 or 4 active movements. Now these are movements where you're just moving into position. One of the ones I like to use is a chop, where you start from up overhead, reach down between the legs, and just increase your range of motion each time. You'll want to do, as I said, 3 to 4 exercises. You'll do them 6 or 8 reps each side, and you want to repeat that 2 times. What I personally do is I set an interval timer for 30 seconds. I'll do 4 exercises, so you do them twice. You set 8 rounds, 30 seconds. I really don't do any rest in between. Just move from one exercise to the next. And again, these exercises for the active movements are mainly to increase mobility, flexibility, and raise your internal core temperature up. So the first step, active warm-up. So as a crew, you can each choose one. If you're a crew of 4, you do that 2 times. Then you move to the intervals. Here I like to choose between 6 or 8 exercises or stations. And these stations or exercises should be based off of fire ground movement. So if you look at what we do as fire rescue athletes, EMTs, paramedics, and firefighters, we do pushing, we do pulling, we do drags, we crawl a lot, we climb a lot, we carry a lot. We also do sledging for forcible entry. And all of that involves a solid and strong core. So when you break these movements down, you could take your 6 or 8 exercises or 6 or 8 stations and make each station based off of a movement that we do on the fire ground. For instance, you could do mannequin pulls or pushes, or even, some people have tires laying around firehouses. You could do drags with that tire or pushes with that tire. Another one of the exercises could be climbing stairs with gear, because that's obviously one of the big things that we do on the fire ground, or even on drills and when we respond to alarm calls. Then crawls could be another station. Sledges on a tire could be another station. I always like to incorporate in at least 1 core movement, if not 2. And then, of course, you can do anything from like carrying foam buckets to carrying, high-rise bundles around. Typically, on a crew of 4 to 6 people, you have each person choose one of their exercises that they want to do. You maybe add in a core one. You can also add in things like burpees, mountain climbers, sprints in the back parking lot, or shuffles. Anything that's going to increase your heart rate, anything that's going to mimic a fireground based movement, or anything that, let's say you can actually even do this if you wanted to increase your body weight strength. So you could do a pull-up or a push-up. The idea here is get everyone involved, have everybody try to choose an exercise, then you set your interval time. If you're just starting these off, you set it for 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. If you've been doing these for a while, you might go 40-20. Now, an important part about intervals is it's kind of a personal thing. If you have someone who's just beginning, maybe their goal is just to make the 30 seconds. Just keep moving for that 30 seconds. If you have someone who's a little more advanced, their goal would be to push themselves. Really, really try to push on that 30 seconds of work. so they force their body to recover a little bit more efficiently on that 20 seconds or 30 seconds of rest. I like these also because you might have a crew of a varying spectrum of levels of fitness. So these are okay for the beginner, and they're really, really good for the advanced. People just work at their own speed and pace. One of the remarkable things and one of the cool things I find when I create these workouts and I implement them with departments or other crews is everyone kind of feeds off each other. You might have somebody who's just beginning and they're pushing themselves because they watch that more advanced athlete push themselves. So a great way to build camaraderie also with these crew-based workouts. So we did our active movement. We did about 4 exercises for that. We do either 6 stations or 8 stations and repeat them 3 or 4 times. I like to do a total of 24. If you're doing 30-30, that's 24 minutes. And then when you're done, you want to just cool down and stretch as a crew also. I like to do what I call our 4-minute stretch routines. I set an interval timer for 20 seconds and I just change the stretch every 20 seconds until 4 minutes is done. Typically I'll do 6 stretches, do them twice each. And that could be anything from a standing quad stretch to a groin or hamstring stretch, a downward dog. Now the difference between stretching at the end and stretching in the beginning, here we're holding these stretches, trying to bring our core temperature down and work on really, really bringing our heart rate back down. Here it's the opposite. When we're doing our active movements, you're only holding them for 3 to 4 seconds. You move in and out of position to try to internally raise that temperature or raise that internal core temperature and to increase blood flow. So real quick, 1, 2, 3. That's a way to create a crew workout. Again, you can incorporate in fireground movements to really make these more functional. Have everybody get involved. Don't forget, though, stretch on the beginning actively and then cool down at the end, and that will really, really help mobility. So I hope this really helps you and your crew. Please leave comments. Click the link below for more information. And please, if you have any questions or ways that I can help you and your crew get more fit for duty, please contact me via firerescuefitness.com.